Okay, we ready? Boom, here we go, Ronald. Thank you for that. Okay, we had to get the sound together. All right, Dan, I'm with you.
All right, you want to speak?
Oh, yes, sir. First of all, I want to say Assalamu alaikum to Student Minister Sharrieff, and thank you all for watching. We want to start off with, how did you end up going to jail, and how did you end up becoming the first Black president of the organization in jail?
I ended up going to jail because I was out there hustling, and I was a young brother. I was dealing with counterfeit money, but I was informed before, do not pass the counterfeit money in the city of Washington, D.C. But we was gonna go on the road, and this is the way it's done. You go to McDonald's or Wendy's and give a $20 bill, and you just get a Coke and the rest of the change, and you do that until you get all the money back. We was getting ready to get the money and get on the road. So the brother went into the liquor store, whereas the store that he went into was a Jewish owned, and you know they were trained to touch that money, they know it.
Okay.
And he went in there and they jammed him. He got scared to death, caught up, and he started talking. So that's how I ended up going to jail. Not because of the counterfeit, because they couldn't prove it, because they really wanted me for the big time hustling that I was doing, and they couldn't get me on that. So they used that and got him to testify, and they used that to trap me, get me to go to jail.
And the friend who, well, the man who told on you, did you ever see him after that?
No, I never saw him again. I know who he was, but I didn't see him again because he was scared of me. He was scared when I got out, so he made sure he stayed low key.
Okay, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. And Ronald, hopefully you can hear me now, Ronald. My next question is, how did you become the Black president, the first Black president of that organization inside jail?
Well, inside the jail it was called John F. Kennedy Youth Center up in Morgantown, West Virginia. And it was really a playground up there where they sent me because no wall, had no fence, no wall, none of that kind of stuff. It's like a college campus. But and on there they had a organization called Kiwanis. Most of you probably heard of it, but it's mainly a white organization. But when you were in the jail or confined, you with anything you can get to use and get out of it, you will use it.
Okay.
So I ran for president in the Kiwanis Club, but they didn't think I was gonna win because they never had a Black person to win. But by politicking in the jail and all that, shoot, a lot of God did it. I won the first Black president of the Kiwanis Club. And the benefits of it, every week, Tuesday, you get a chance to go out in the community, eat at a restaurant, and that's where you meet with the founding members up there. And then I had the opportunity to pick one person to go with me every Tuesday. Now, first I picked the vice president to go out, and that's how we got a chance to get out in the community out there and then come back and forth to jail. I had a good time, really.
Okay, okay, excellent. And how long did you stay in jail?
3 years. They gave me really 2 years and maybe 9 months. And they wanted me to do the other 3 months on paper.
Okay, yes, sir. Okay, Walaikum Salam. Mimi says something like that.
Walaikum Salam, Mimi.
Okay, yes, sir. My next question is, how did you stay focused while you were in jail, like not to like get mentally weak or break down or something like that?
Because I read a lot. I always believe in reading, and I got involved. I got involved in not only the Kiwanis Club, but they had a lot of activities up there you can get involved in. I played golf, believe it or not. and that's what I did while I was there. And I took shop. They had classes that you could take.
Okay.
That's what they needed to put back into the school. They took out the shop, the mechanical parts in the school. And I made table legs. I did everything. I kept myself busy.
Okay, wonderful, excellent. Yes, sir. My next question is, in another chapter of your book, make sure you all get the book, Abdul Sharrieff Muhammad, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ. Make sure you all get it. Another chapter you spoke of, your then William Jr.'s mother cheated on you in the book. How did you deal with that? Because it was with a friend at the time, or somebody you thought was a friend. And how did you get over that?
Well, it was painful at first. And of course, most of you probably experienced some of that out there. But I kept focused. It really made me stronger. And to be honest with you, during that period of time, I hated women for a while because I tried to do everything a man was supposed to do. I worked hard, came home. All I did is come home, work, bring the money home, buy the clothes, do all that kind of stuff. I did it. And at that time I was much younger. So now when that happened to me, I became bitter. I have to be honest. I said, man, you do the so-called right stuff, and then you end up doing that to me. It's okay. No problem. I didn't get physical with her at all. I ain't did none of that. I mean, my mind wanted to, but I ain't do nothing. But I overcame that by, I channeled my focus into hustling. And that's why I was able to get past all that at that time. I ain't gonna nothing about it. Wasn't no going to church, none of that kind of stuff. I went to hustling. And everything that I did to just very much what I do, when I make my mind to do something, I go all the way. See, and that's what I did. I focused and went hustling, and that's what I did.
Okay, praise be to Allah. Walaikum salam, Sister Mariah Muhammad. Okay, then my next question is, following up with that, how did you end up getting shot?
Oh, well, I used to have an apartment in Virginia, and Chill's mother, when we was living there, she left. One day I went over to hustling. I went over to the city. At that time, she was living at the apartment. I came over to visit, see Chill. But when I came home and I opened the door, that's when the apartment man gave me the greeting because it was empty. She took all the furniture, she took everything out of it. And, I said, okay, fine. So I was busy hustling. I just came by to see my son, so it was fine me. So I allowed my brother to move on in the apartment. I wasn't there after. I just came over, changed clothes, go back. I had other apartments. So I came over one day, and my brother was there, and he told me, he said, man, where'd you go see your son? Because she moved in the same apartment complex, but she just moved in another building. Because I was just going to jump back in the car and leave. He said, no, where'd you go see your son, man? I said, okay, I will. So I had a t-shirt on and pant trousers. I said, I left my car, I had my car parked right on the side of the street with flashes on. So I went over to her apartment. No, I called first. And then I said, I need to see my son. Can I come? She said, you come on over. But I heard the music and stuff in the background. I didn't think nothing of it. So I went over to the building, knocked on the door, and she opened the door, but she had the chain on the door. I said, I came to see my son. You told me I could come. She said, you're not going to see him, but and then I'm in, at that time I had a quick temper. I said, look, open the goddamn door. Let me see my son. She said, what you going to do? Man, I snapped. Maybe I should have, but I snapped. And I kicked the door, and I kicked it right in the center. So it folded a little metal door, but it folded in and snapped the chain off the door. So I kicked the door, came open. When I went in there, she had a whole crowd of people in there. They was having a party. I had no idea. I wanted to see my son. Man, I kicked that door open, man. And when I came and I saw her, ooh, man. And I knew, and I was wrong. Well, I wasn't wrong. I was mad. And what she did, I let her provoke me. And I should. I wasn't thinking because I was mad. She said something slick out the face, right, and I smacked her. I'm just being honest. Remember now, back in the days. Back in the day now. I smacked the goddamn wine out of her. Wow. And she went slide across the damn floor. I already knew then if she had a boyfriend or somebody that was with her, he had to step up to be the man. And he stepped up and pulled a gun on me. And I said, what you gonna do with that? And I moved toward him. I was crazy back then. He shot me twice. Right in the stomach. And when I did that, boy, blood came from everywhere. And then I found myself, by that time, and my brother I told you I left him at the apartment.
Yes, sir.
He felt something, he told me. Because he came running over. He didn't hear it. He told me he didn't hear the gun. He just felt something. Sometimes that do happen. And I felt myself getting weak, and I fell down on my knees on the floor. And by that time, my brother hit the door and came in. Man, he said, what happened? I said, man, I got shot. Called the ambulance real quick. I had a stack of money because I kept my credit money. And I had jewelry all. I took my jewelry off. I took the stack of money. I was conscious enough for that. I said, hey, bro, I gave it to my brother. Keep that, man. Because I felt myself going. I said, man, I thought I really died. I said, bro, come in. Then by the time the ambulance, they got in, they got in the house, and they saw what happened. They put me on the stretcher, and they were moving so slow. My brother, he got mad, wanting to fight the people on the goddamn, and he wanted to fight the medics. I said, man, let them get me out of here. And they had me on the doggone stretcher and dropped the damn stretcher back on the floor. I said, oh, man. I said, damn, I don't kill myself. Y'all gonna kill me. So they got me up, got me in the ambulance. He carried me to the hospital. Next thing I woke up. And on my way out the door, I told my brother, I said, don't call my mother. I don't know why we men like that. Don't call mom, because I ain't want to be in no pain, worry about me. They took me to the hospital, man. I was in a coma for about 5 days. So when I woke up, my mother was sitting in the chair right beside the bed. Man, I woke up, the first person I saw when I woke up after 5 days of being in a coma, my mother was sitting there. So that's how I got shot. Long story, but that's how I happened.
There, Brother Ronald from Phoenix says Pops was living the fast life for real. Yes, sir. Brother Lewis from here says ASA Father. Assalamu alaikum salam, Brother Lewis. Okay, yes, sir. So then, so did you ever see the man who shot you again?
Oh yeah, I saw him.
Okay, yes, sir.
Yeah, I saw him. Because he was close to me. Come to find out, I ain't tell that part. I just let him know. He was real close to me. I was shocked.
He shot you?
That he shot me because I didn't expect. That's the only he really got a chance to shoot me, because I wasn't expecting it to be him. I said, wow.
Okay, so with the man who turned on you for the counterfeit money, then this man, you know him, he getting shot.
Right.
At what point do you stop trusting people? At what point do you stop trusting these people? What point do you stop?
Well, after I got Islam, it changed my whole thing.
Okay, excellent. The next thing I want to ask you about was, speaking of William Jr., the story with the man who saved you from going to jail with the ambulance. Could you please tell that story?
Dang, John, they gonna think they gonna what? I was visiting home a long time ago, and I was headed back to Virginia with my son in the back seat, strapped in, and his mother. I was headed back to Virginia, and I was driving down a long highway. I was speeding, coming down, and nobody else was coming. This guy comes out a side road. I saw him there, but I thought he was gonna wait. And he came out right and hit me right on the side. Spin my car, knocked my car on the other side of the highway. I got back across the highway again. Thank God, man, nothing was coming. Back on the other side of the highway and pulled over, and eventually I was able to stop. Broke the windshield out, took the car and the glass and all that splattered. And all when the glass splattered, my son was in the back seat. So when I got the car, I looked and I saw glass all over him. So I snapped. Snap again. I thought he was really hurt. And I saw the guy get out the truck that hit me. And I always, back in the days now, remember that now, I always carried a gun.
Yeah.
I ran over to him and I took my gun. And I don't know, and that's how I know God is real. I shot this guy I shot close range. And I was an expert at shooting, because my father trained me how to shoot. But I shot the guy 3 times. And I don't know how I missed this guy. This guy didn't get hit. So when I shot 3 times, then I turned around and ran back to the car to look at my son. In the meantime, the state troopers came. I didn't even pay attention to them coming. And I took and wiped my son off the glass off. He wasn't even hurt. He wasn't hurt. But his mother at the time had hit her head on the windshield, and the glass had cut her. And then when the state trooper came up, they went to him, and he crying that I shot at him. And they eased up on me. I had a trench coat on. I had to go to the coat and a gun in my coat pocket. And they came up to me and said, look, Mr. Muhammad, at the time, they said, look, this guy said, you shot him. I said, I don't know what you're talking about, man. The son hit, look at the car. He said, well, we got to search you. I had the gun in my pocket. That's how I knew God was with me back there. So he searched me then, goddamn. So he searched me and opened the coat. When he opened the coat up, the gun was in the coat pocket. So he searched my body. He ain't even looking in the damn coat pocket. He ain't feel it. So let him go. And he told my man, he don't have no gun. Well, he must have dropped it in the woods or dropped it somewhere. He had a gun because he shot at me. He was drunk. That's why he ran and he hit me. And the ambulance came, so they put my wife in at the time in the ambulance and put my son in the ambulance, and I got in there. And they took us to the hospital. But in the meantime, while we were in the hospital, it was, I don't know who he was this very day, but he had like a medic. He had a black bag. And he told me, he said, look, if you got a gun, give it to me. I'm gonna put it in this bag because they're gonna, when you get to the hospital, they're gonna search you. And I'm looking at him and I'm saying, now, can I trust this guy? Because I don't know who he is. And he said, well, give me the gun and I can hide it because they're gonna search you when you get to the hospital. So reluctantly, I gave him the gun because I didn't know what he was gonna do. But I gave him the gun. I'm take the black bag, took the stuff out of the bag, put the gun in the bottom of the black bag, put his tools, equipment on top of it. We got to the hospital, state troopers opened the door. They searched my son, searched his mother, they searched me thoroughly this time, but they didn't find nothing. So that, whoever that gentleman was in that to me was an angel. Because I didn't know him and he really didn't know me that I know of, but he saved me from them finding a gun on me and taking me to prison. So that's what happened.
Excellent. Praise be to Allah. And thank you all for watching the People's Podcast. My next question for you, sir, is in your book that we want people to encourage people to read.
Please buy the book.
Yes, sir. You spoke of Brother Akil and you having a handyman store, which gave you the financial freedom to travel with the minister. How did you and Brother Akil, like, what did y'all fix in order to get money to be gone? Like, what were y'all doing? Like, how was this? Like, I don't know what a handyman store is.
I should have told you something a long time ago. But anyway, the handyman was, we would advertise in the newspaper, the handyman that would go and we fix the houses, fix up whatever you need, fix up, pick up your trash. Wasn't nothing. That's why we call it a handyman. Whatever you need done, we'll do it. So, and we advertised in the newspaper. We had an offer with a phone in it. People would call, tell us what they wanted to do, and then we would go, give them an estimate, and do the job, get the money. That's how we did it. And we noticed, now the minister, we were just getting ready to get with the minister, and everywhere he would go, I noticed every time we go somewhere with the minister and come back, we get a contract. So I told Akil, you see this what I said? I said, we have the minister, we don't lose nothing. So Akil said, so minister were going up and down the East Coast, New York, back to Philadelphia, everywhere, North Carolina, South Carolina. So we traveled everywhere we traveled with the minister, we never lost. Everywhere we go, we'll come back, and I'm talking about contract will come through. So that's how the handyman, that's how it became famous. But as far as I'm concerned, we got more business by helping all of those for our car. And it's the same to this very day.
Praise be to Allah. Excellent. Rashad says, now y'all see where he gets it from. I'm assuming he's so much of a high temper. Naima says, something like him, Dad. Okay.
Islam family.
Okay, wonderful.
You know Rashad, my son?
Yes, sir.
Tell him, look, Rashad, look, tell all y'all. At the Monster Day, my son gave $600, ended up giving $600 in charity. Hey, shout out, hey. Give me some, man.
You see, I promote Street Premier every episode. He sponsors the podcast faithfully. Naima says she loved the book and she learned so much about her dad that she never knew. Okay, thank you, Naima. Excellent. Okay, my next question for you, Dad, is in the book you spoke of you actually punching an FBI agent in the face. Could you explain what happened? You overseas with the minister. He keeps going, and you go back and punch him. The minister never asked you nothing about it.
This is a long story, but I'll make it real short.
Yes, sir.
When we was overseas, you already knew that FBI, CIA, and all that was following the minister everywhere he go anyway. And they were following us real close. That was tense moments overseas when we was trying with the minister, because what they really wanted to do, like they wanted to kill the minister overseas so America wouldn't have no responsibility of that.
Yes, sir.
So they always send their agents far and abroad. So we went to a restaurant. We was in, I think this was Pakistan. One of them countries over there. I've been to some of them. And we went up to the minister's room, got his room, and got my room. and the minister wanted to go down for dinner. And we went down, and I saw the guys following us, especially when we went out and came into the restaurant. So I put the minister back against the wall, and I put mine so we could face. And I say to the minister quietly, I said, "Well, minister, those are agents. They've been following us, man, for a while." Minister didn't say nothing. He just looked, kept on eating, and followed him. We ate and we finished. I thought we was gonna go back upstairs. Like, hey, okay, they followed us. Let's go back up to the hotel.
Yes, sir.
Minister went outside. We went outside for a walk. Got out the sidewalk, and I looked back when we got down. The minister like, "Is they still following it?" I said, "Yes, sir." So we started walking down the sidewalk. And as we walked down the sidewalk, I looked, they still was following me. And we got a little ways down the sidewalk. And I say to the minister, "Minister, can you hold it right here for a minute, please?" Because I didn't tell him what I was getting ready to do. So he said, "Okay." So I turned around real quick and ran toward the agent that was following us and caught him off guard, blew his mind because it was shocking to him. And then I took my hand, I hit him real quick because I was checking to see if he had a gun on him. And that's how I did it and was shocked. He said, "You can't touch me, you can't touch me." And I say some real choice words to him. I don't want to put it on this for you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I say real choice words to him. He turned and ran. He ran.
It brings us aside. Okay, excellent.
He turned and ran. And he ran, and then I went back to the minister where he was standing at the yes. And he said, the minister said, he ran. I said, "Yeah, he ran off of them." Minister never missed a beat, did. I mean, so calm and collected. We went on there, and we went on. I thought we was gonna go back to the hotel after that. No, Mr. went on down, and we passed by some vendors, and we bought a few little things. Mr. took his time, man. The minister is so sure of the God that he believes in. Not only in America, but we was overseas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mr. was just as calm and collected. I'm sweating. And we went on and turned around later on. We came back and went to the hotel. Mr. went and relaxed. Didn't miss a beat.
Okay.
So that's how that went about.
Excellent. I want to say that Mimi says, "There you go, Shotty. Let me hold something." Brother Dwayne from Chicago, Dad.
Dwayne?
Yes, sir. Who works with the camera crew, the Final Call, sir. He said, "Such a loving, beautiful family. Love you all. Love you more, sir." Brother Janelle from Chicago, ASA. And Mimi says, "Look at Papa. What a difference being a grandfather makes. If she would have interrupted you, she would have got popped." That's what Mimi said.
Stop hating me.
Also, speaking of interrupted, we want to just have a brief podcast commercial. Supreme Men's Clothing, 10835 West Florissant Avenue, St. Louis, Missouri, 63136. Supreme Men's Clothing. The phone number is 314-528-5555. He will make sure that you have the best clothing in St. Louis. If you all want to get dripped and have, be fresh, hit Supreme Men's Clothing up. Street premiere, as my father just showed you. My brother Rashad is doing great things right now, and he sponsors the podcast faithfully every month. And he has a drone. If you need some video production, let him know. He's doing some camera stuff. Great work. My sister Miriam, ABC I Love Me, a children's book and a coloring book, and it is on Amazon. Also, one more thing, Supreme Spring Water. Make sure you all support. Thank you very much, Dad, for your support as well. And my second book, which is Cleopatra, the children's book. Thank you all for supporting this on Amazon as well. Boom. And once again, we are here to speak of a soldier in the movement of Christ, Abdul Sharrieff Muhammad. Make sure y'all get this book. Excellent.
Purchase the book. Go online, purchase the book.
Okay, yes, sir. My next question, Dad, is when you were you came from DC, you come to Chicago, you're still William at the time. When did you get the holy name of Abdul Sharrieff Muhammad, and what did the minister say to you when he gave you the name?
Well, I'll say probably about 3 to 6 months after I got here, I got the name. I think between 3 to 6 months when I moved to Chicago. Because of the work that God had blessed me to do. And the minister brought me to Chicago, and he told me, he said, "I'm going to give you the name Sharrieff." Well, anything me from the minister would have been all right. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
He gave me the name Sharrieff, and he said, "I'm going to spell it different from most of the Sharrieff." He said, I'm giving it to you. You have 2 R's and 2 L's, like in the Quran. But he told me like in the Supreme Wisdom. I said, yes, sir. So I was very honored that the minister would give me such a name. So I'm very pleased with that. I thank you.
Okay, excellent. That Sister Maria says, Brother Joshua, you don't have to ask too many questions, I guess. We will get the book. She loves the spirit and energy of this family. Praise be to Allah, Brother Joseph. From here, Dad.
Joseph?
Yes, sir.
Why you come to the mosque today?
That Brother Joseph, yes, sir. Next day, you spoke of Brother Joshua in the book. You spoke of Brother Joshua Farrakhan being the one who finally let you and Brother Akil, be closer to the minister from coming from outside the door. What was it about Brother Joshua that drew you to him, and what was it about you that you think drew him to you to let you start being around his father closer?
I would say it was the spirit. I want everybody to know. That's why you shouldn't judge people, and don't judge. Joshua Farrakhan is my best friend. Then and now. Josh helped his father when nobody else helped his father.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Josh helped the nation during the time, the nation when they were quite to help itself dealing with the final call. And most of you don't know that Josh the one that helped the final call get up. That's why at the 40th anniversary they mentioned his name. It was Joshua. Joshua was very intelligent and smart. And he loved his father. The father loved him, not denying nobody else.
Yes, sir.
Josh and I always was cool. Just like it was Brother Musa and Akil, and it was Joshua and I. And that's how we came up together as a family.
Praise be to Allah.
Joshua was my man, and I pray for him, and y'all continue to pray for him.
Thanks.
He always brought us close. He brought me and Akil close. That's how we got closer to the minister, was Joshua, through Joshua. We would be standing outside the door because we traveled all over the country. Ministers didn't bring us up. He didn't really know us, but it was trial that brought us close to the minister. After traveling all over the country, all outside, we didn't get no darn. We were on payroll, and we would stand out. We go and Brother Akil and I, we'd be standing outside the minister's door all night, on post. And when Joshua opened the door at night or in the morning, he looked. He said, "Them damn twins again." Slammed the damn door right in our face. Didn't matter. We didn't come there for that. We came to secure the Uncle Louis Farrakhan back then. And that's why Brother Akil and I was, y'all thought we was twin brothers because we were together soldiering for Muhammad back then. And Josh was the dope. And we got in to meet the minister after a period of time trying to watch. I thank Allah for Josh. That's how we did.
Praise be to Allah. Thank you all for watching. I'm coming to your questions. That Brother Joseph said he was on the ambulance, sir.
Yes, sir.
I also wanted to say that Brother Joshua Farrakhan was the first person to put me as an adult next to the minister on stage as Mas Mariam on security. He always brought me close because of his love that he had for my dad. So I love Brother Joshua and his family as well.
And that's what that's Josh's namesake.
Yes, sir. Yes,
I named my son after Joshua.
Praise be to Allah. Okay, my next question, I'm coming, Brother Samuel X. Clark, I'm coming to you, sir. Brother, who trained you, he's talking to you, Dad, to be such a wise captain, knowing how to operate in those various situations?
Well, it was really Allah. I may say I'm not getting spooky now. I didn't come this far to get spooky. But I'm saying it was the Spirit of God that led me. I had basic training. But main thing I did, I listened to the minister of wisdom and knowledge. But it was Allah, Spirit, that guided me. I got to give it where it go, because I ain't had nobody to sit down here and this is what you do. No, it wasn't like that. It was God.
Okay, excellent. Well, for future captains, what advice, or future leaders, period, how can you impose your wisdom on them so they don't have to, don't have to depend on just the Spirit? Is there a way that you can teach us to not, some of the methods that you learned to be effective?
Right. Well, soon I'm doing part 2 book.
Yes, sir.
But the 3rd book is going to be how to become a great leader.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Captains and sister, everybody can read it.
Yes, sir.
The principle will be the same. But in the meantime, you can call me if you choose to want to know something, and I'll tell you.
Okay, beautiful. That a brother named Scott Muhammad says, How do I get over my fear of talking to people?
Oh, fear of talking to people. Well, just open your mouth and talk. No, you have to challenge your fear. Remember the Honorable Louis Farrakhan taught us, he said, challenge your fear. Everybody have fear. The minister said he even had fear, but he challenged his fear. So if you have fear of talking to people, challenge your fear. But do it in the name of God, Allah. You come up somebody, you will see somebody you don't want to talk, challenge yourself. Say, look, I'm talking anyway. Challenge your fear of talking, and you can overcome that.
Excellent. Praise be to Allah. Mimi said that's the most dad response ever. Okay, excellent. Yes, sir. My next question, Dad, in one of the chapters in your book, you spoke of a Rolex that you got from Abu Dhabi with the minister and different how everybody was getting Rolexes from the people in Abu Dhabi. What made you come back to America when you were over there and they treated you all so nice?
I came back with the minister. I mean,
I'm saying, what made you not go back, like, to want to just live over there?
Oh.
Like, how do they treated you all so good?
because the minister wasn't there.
Okay.
I hope the minister would have been. I would have been there.
Okay. Yes,
no, I went with the minister because I heard what the minister said when they offered him a palace over there.
Mm.
He said, "Thank you, but no thank you. My work is with my people in America."
Mm.
And I'm saying, "Wow, what man of man is this?"
Yes, sir.
So, and I'm with the minister, so I'm staying with the minister no matter where he goes. If he stays in America, that's where I'm going to be. I don't care what they offer me over there. Now, if they would have offered it to me and the minister was going to be there, oh, yes. No. I'm with the minister all the way by the grace of God. Like our subject today, y'all should have heard it if you didn't. The Jesus in our midst is the key. Praise be to Allah.
Oh, wow. Okay, excellent. My next question, Dad, is Minister Kareem, who's referred to as the General of the East Coast and did so much work for the minister. How was his relationship with you, and how important was he in your upbringing in the nation?
He was very important. Brother Kareem was the only minister at the time, back in the days, that recognized Brother Akil and I. He saw us traveling with the minister all over the East Coast and everywhere. And when we go in the Midwest, wherever the minister went, LA, he saw us traveling. So when we would come to New York, the minister came to New York, we came to New York. After the minister would leave, Brother Kareem was the first one that brought Brother Akil and I to the mosque and brought us up front and recognized and thanked us for the work that we were doing. And then asked the believers to support us financially. And he would allow us to come to his home and eat dinner. He allowed us to stay at his house. We had beautiful daughters there. But he loved us and we loved him. He didn't even think, and we knew better. They didn't think anything disrespectful because his daughters was there. We didn't even think that way. But the honor that he gave us to stay at his house, we didn't stay at the hotel. Brother Keith and I stayed at his house with his son Junior, and we stayed there over and over. Anytime he opened his house to us, that's how honorable we were to him, and he was just to us. And to this very day, I love Brother Kareem. And never, he was a strong suit. I learned from him because he did not play. He loved the Honorable Louis Farrakhan and the Muslim, and he did not play. And that's why I took my hit to him this day.
Okay, yes, sir. My next question is, in the book you discussed the Most Honorable Louis Farrakhan having his vision-like experience in 1989. When you're holding post on the man of God, and you hear him say that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad is physically alive, did you think that you might lose friends or family members because he's saying this? And what made you stay with the minister even once he said that the Most Honorable Elijah Muhammad was physically alive?
Well, two problems. First of all, most of you don't really know this. Back in the day, when the minister purchased the palace, he first purchased it. We, Brother Akil and I, was staying at the minister's home on Damon because we was fixing the upper room in his house. But the night he purchased the palace, the Belials got angry when he found out that Don Louis Farrakhan had purchased the palace and the nation brought it back to the nation. He needed security that night to secure the palace because they had threatened to burn it down. So Brother Akil and I, hey, we'll go there. So we went to the palace and we spent the night in the palace. They come up here if they want. And I was on, I think, the second floor, the third floor. in one of the bedrooms, and Brother Akil stayed down on another floor in the other room. And late that night, I woke up and the message was right there, foot of the bed. The first time I'm telling this publicly, right at the foot of the bed, looking at me and scared the world. Oh, scared the, I ain't gonna say what scared. I don't scared. It scared me. By the time I got myself together, I ran down them steps. God, Lord have mercy. And Akil was down on the other floor. And he had, I told him, look, man, messenger upstairs. I ran. He laughed at me, but that scared the heck out of me. So I'm saying that to come back to your question is that I saw the message for myself. I didn't ask for this, and I ain't got to lie, because y'all ain't, I mean, I don't care what you think. I saw the messenger. And when I told the minister the next morning, and Mother Tanetta was saying, and Brother Jabril was in town, look, write down, what color, I mean, since Mother Tanetta questioned me, what did he have on? What time was this? What color was it? Tell me again. I had to do it over 5 times. The same thing, over and over. She was getting detailed. Well, I told him what the detail was, what was going on, and that assured me that he was still alive. So when the minister went to the world and stated it, I had no doubts in my mind. I was with the minister all the time. Even if I didn't see him, I believe what the minister said. So he's, so that reassured me. So the minister went to the world and said that Dr. Mama was alive back then. It didn't shake me up at all. I was with the minister.
Praise be to Allah. Okay, excellent. That Mimi said, Naimi said, please turn your phone off. That Mimi said, y'all are having company that wasn't invited. Talking about the messenger. Say with the eyes, like said, how did you? So that once that happened, what did the minister say to you about you saying that you saw the messenger?
You know, I don't recall the minister saying anything besides he just with Mother Tanetta questioning me, and minister may have said a few little things. I don't recall what he said. I don't recall. But
and did the other brothers make fun of you because you said you saw the messenger?
No, they just laughed because I was scared. They laughed at me because I ran.
Okay, yes, sir.
And I had talked to Brother Ishmael and Brother Rasul was, around that time. And Brother Rasul told me, he said, man, I never had a dream of my father. I never even seen him nowhere. He said, I wish I could see him at that time. He said, because he never had a dream of nothing.
Praise be to Allah. Excellent. My next question is, you're in Chicago, the final call, you're in the 90s now. The final Brother Abdul Wazir is killed. Then Brother Abdul Wali is poisoned and killed as well. What was it like for you being a supreme captain and people are passing away or being poisoned? Like, what is your mindset and how do you strengthen the believers when this is going on?
Well, this happened right after I got to Chicago. Brother Wali was found dead. And right after then, Brother Wazir, right in that same time frame right then. And we was on red alert, man, because wow, what's going on? But I knew the enemy was real. And that's why we tightened the security up around the minister real tight. This enemy is real to this very moment. Most of you all think that he's not real. He is real.
Yes, sir.
So the minister spoke about that, and then we just reassured. And everybody was on red alert. Look, we have to be careful. We have to be mindful of where we eat, where we drink from. To this very moment, we still should be doing that.
Yes, sir.
So that's what we did on that.
Excellent. Okay, wonderful. My next question is, the final call gave you an award this year, gave Brother James an award, gave all the people who helped sell the final call. What was it like with Brother James being the editor, you being the supreme captain, the final call, reaching the 1 million copies in the 90s? How were you able to do that? And what did it feel like to reach so many people with the final call newspaper?
Man, it felt great because the final call was the great preacher. And the minister was driving us to get that people out to our people. That was, and it was a milestone for us, and thank a lot of God for that paper going out to our people, man. And the brother was rolling, man. The minister was traveling around the country on the radio, and he wanted that paper out. And Monday night, and all the brothers that was doing that time, they remember paper night. Because we were rolled all night long driving to get that money. We didn't have no Instagram, no Facebook. we didn't have Cash App, so you can just Cash App. We had on Federal Express and Federal Express and what's the other one with the yellow right on?
Western Union.
Western Union.
Okay.
And brothers had to go at night during this time, all over this country, because the minister said he wanted that paper paid for that paper leave. Brothers was there, they'll tell you all kind of stories. They'll tell you 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, they had to go find a Western Union and fix and Federal Express that money in, and then the county executive on the end in Chicago had to go to that Federal Express, was one right down the street, get that money and bring it in and put it in. We drove and brought that money in, and the brothers drove to get those papers sold. And I thank Allah for all the soldiers that helped push that final call.
Praise be to Allah.
Thank
Excellent.
You,
we just have a few more questions for you, Brother Minister. My next question for you is on, there's a brother who shared the entire lecture called Has Farrakhan Changed Directions and the Plot to Kill Farrakhan, like in the 90s. And the minister is talking about the press conference with Quabila Shabazz and them trying to say that she sent the man to actually kill the minister. You're the supreme captain at this time. There's a plot to kill Farrakhan. How are you going? And it's active and it's in the media. How do you feel at this time? And what are your steps to make sure the minister doesn't get killed?
Well, during that time, the FBI visited us. They came to the Supreme Captain office where I was. And they told me that Killer Quabila Shabazz was planning on killing the minister. And they came just to give us a warning. So after he left, I called the minister and told him I wanted to come over because the FBI came visit. And then we went over to the minister's office. And I told the minister what the FBI said. And the minister, boy, he's so wise. Well, how you say things? He said that if he told you that there's a plot to kill me, then why didn't they go and arrest the man? Why are they coming to tell us when their job is to go arrest the man if they know who it is? Then he told us, he said, Chief of Staff, Brother Israel, he said, I want you all to go down to the FBI building, FBI office. Y'all call them, tell them, go down there and you tell them what I said. If they know who it is, then why don't they go and arrest them? So you put it back on them. They don't come and tell us. Their job is, they know, go and arrest the man. All this, we put up security, tight security and everything. It's in the news that she's supposed to be coming to kill the minister, and she got this Jew boyfriend that during that time that putting up there. But the plot was to hype it up, hoping that the minister would say something negative about Malcolm's daughter. Now they killed her and blame the nation. Now, not only they don't blame us for killing Malcolm, they don't blame killing his daughter. But God didn't allow that to go down through the Honorable Fire.
Praise be to Allah. Okay, excellent. And thank you all for continuing to watch People's Podcast. Thank you, Brother Samuel. Thank you, Brother Dorsey. I see you all's comments. Excellent. My next question is, the May Man March, such a monumental moment in history, Black history, but history period. I interviewed Sister Claudette. Could you tell us, how was it like you working military strong? We always say about the brothers. How important was Sister Claudette being a sister, but in the putting together the May Man March and assisting you in the Most Honorable Farrakhan making it happen?
But Sister Claudette was very critical in that time because she knew a lot of the power movers during that time because she was the head of protocol. And she helped with Sister at that time, Sister Dr. Hyde, all the sisters, the minister wanted the sisters to be involved, was in the planning stage. And she helped get them to the table for the minister. And then I was there part of it, watching her, because Sister Claudette, one thing about Sister Claudette, and the minister give her an assignment, she going all the way live.
Yes.
And now she not come back to the Honorable Farrakhan. I couldn't find no, you will have to hide. That's the only way she don't find you. And she was very important in helping the minister with the May Man March was that aspect of it.
Praise be to Allah. Excellent. My next question is, there's many times on the Savior's Day, the ministers brought you out and said that he told you during the May Man March that if something happened, he would go down fighting with his people. If you're on post and the man of God is telling you that he wants to go fight and die with his people, what is your mindset like going into the May Man March if that's what he's going to do?
Well, my mindset has been and is, once the minister tell me something, I hear and obey.
Okay.
Now, when he said that he was going straight down with the people. He wasn't going with them police. He wish would put his hands on him, don't pull him away. I'm going down with it. And that's to this very day. Don Louis Farrakhan, I'm saying it to you all, is the Jesus in our own midst.
Oh,
and don't forget that.
Excellent. Okay, my next question is to you about in the book you speak of you driving to raise the money for the minister and the Savior's Day gift. How important is raising money for the minister and the Savior's Day gift, and how did it affect you all's traveling, or where did the money go to help? Like, why was it so important for you to get so much money for the minister? Was it Savior's Day? Was it MUI? Like, what was going on?
Well, the minister was in the rebuilding stage.
Okay.
And it takes money to rebuild. And nobody was just coming up just giving him money. So that's why the final call was so important. We had to drive because the money, the little nickels and dimes we got from the final call was able to, for the minister beginning to help rebuild. The Savior's Day gift, we had to drive for the Savior's Day gift to help the minister rebuild. These were the avenues that we had at that time to get funds to help build a nation back up.
Praise be so long. Thank you for your work, and thank you all for continuing to watch the People's Podcast. My next question, Dad, in the book you speak of Mom's father, Papa, and the situation with buying clothes, as you trying to you felt that could you explain to us the clothes situation where he was buying clothes for me and you didn't feel like you could do it, and that was like a conflict in the book that you spoke of. Could you talk about that?
Buying clothes?
Buying clothes for me as a child.
Oh.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, well, I was so, yeah. Your mother, father had, he had means, he had money. We were just starting off, trying to make it so. I had a condo out in Virginia at the time that I was renting from Brother Jackie, one of the brothers in the mosque in DC at the time. And I'm just trying to get off. I figure left hustling alone, all that, so I wasn't getting that kind of paper that I was used to. I had to make the adjustment now. Almost some, I ain't gonna say skid row, but
yes, sir.
They was tight. So, and your father, he like I'm your grandfather, I thought he had means. So now here he is. He didn't mean no harm. You the first grandson, he was just going all I didn't do every damn thing. Well, it was good. That's what grandfathers do, because I'm doing it.
Yes, sir.
So I know what's like.
Yes, sir.
But at the time, ego involved, man. He buying all this for you, and I'm wishing I could do it. I just didn't have the means at that time to buy that much. Like he was just going, oh, yes. So I'm saying to myself, remember now, back in the day,
yes, sir.
Put two of them. And it bothers my little ego, man. I'm the man. This my son, man. Let me get stuff when I can get it. And then he buying you everything. And some of the stuff he leave over to his house, so you go over there. Hey, you go stand. But it was a lesson, so I can learn when the minister teaches down instead of God, rise above emotion into the thinking of God. God damns the ego. All this was a learning experience for me because, I really was immature and I was in the learning stage. Your grandfather didn't mean no harm. He was taking care of his grandson. He really was doing me a favor, but in my immaturity, I'm saying, man, what are you buying this? Making me look bad. That's in my immaturity stage. But really it was helping me.
Yes, sir.
So that's what happened there, and that's how I felt. But I learned from that.
Crazy to be so alive. There were some brothers, and then a lot of brothers this Savior's Day came to me and said, thank your father for teaching us about love. I mean, some tough dudes, some just people I would never say that. Man, your father taught us how to love and say I love you to another black man. In your book, you said, Pop Ephraim, your father didn't say I love you. He showed it, but he didn't say it. Why is that? Why did you make that saying I love you to your father and to your sons such a big deal in the part of you starting when you was Supreme Captain to now?
Because I have found out that's very critical in a man's life. Women too, but especially the men. And you'll find out just about in everybody's family, most men never tell their son that they love them. But out of their mouth. Most people go, my dad showed me. Yeah, that's one thing. But did he say it? Because it has an effect and it means something. And most black men, you'll find out, if you take the time to ask, Dad, why you didn't tell me? Why you never told me you love me? then you'll find his father never told him, and it goes down, 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 down.
Mm.
You'll find very few, they do it, but few don't. But for the mass, most men, father never told them that they loved him.
Mm.
And that is critical. That's why I said, I'm going to change this if I can, by the help of Allah. This is one aspect that I want to change with black men. And by the grace of God, through the Honorable Fark, I was able to have an impact on that, a men's life, telling them to tell your male child that you love him. Not that they let the daughters know, but the male child. And say it out of your mouth. Because most men find it difficult to say I love you. Right now, if you ask the sisters right now, did your husband ever tell you he loved you without you pressing him? And when you press him, what do he say? Oh, darling, you know I love you. I'm saying what I ask you. Do you love me? I want to hear you say it. And right now, those of you listening, you know what I'm saying is true. You find it difficult to say, sweetheart, I love you. She asked you, you said, oh, girl, you know I love you. I show you I love you every day. No, that ain't what she asked me. Find yourself saying it, and then say it to your male child also. Say it. And that's why I tell my son, I don't have no problem telling Josh I love him every day.
Praise be to
And he
Allah.
tell me and Shotty Poo, oh, none of them get out here. My daughters, tell them. My wife, everybody, I let them know. They get sick of me without it.
Okay, Dad, Brother Ronald from Phoenix says Papa was out. He said he was saying Papa was out doing the pops in the gifts. Evie says, thank you, Dad, for being a loyal soldier for Muhammad, never turning on a minister, example for our nation. Kia Shabazz says, good teaching. Brother Ronald said he's been there. His parents got his daughter a whole beautiful bedroom set, but for their house, and he had the scrap room in his house. Sister Lysandra said, thank you for this powerful interview conversation. Sister Landra Noor, thank you, sister, for watching. My next question is, with your relationship with how Papa dealt with you, does that help you work with Mimi and Aima's husbands to be nicer and kind to them, because you don't want to make sure that it was like uncomfortable and awkward like it was with you and Papa, I guess, at some point?
Well, what helped me with them was Unbelievable Farrakhan working relationship with me. And your mother one day, and I had a little disagreement, and I said a few things to her, and I left. Went to work. She called me later and said, look, I called the minister and told him on you. I said, so what? Because I ain't really believe she did it. I said, so what? Oh, yeah? Oh, that's how you feel? That's what the minister said. She told him, he told her to tell me that I should never, ever open my big fat mouth to say nothing to her negative after she laid down and gave birth to 4 beautiful children, and she gave up her life to reproduce me. Now, I never had nobody explain it to me on those terms before. And she said, and that's what he told me to tell you. I said, what else did he say? Because I knew the minister. He said something else too. She said, well, he just told me that I need to be careful how I talk to you. I said, oh, now that's my need to talk. Come on, what else did he say? And she told me that. And I thought about that all day long because I had to meet with the minister that evening. So I'm saying, oh, Lord, I got to face the minister. Don't ever open your big fat mouth. Talk to your wife like that after she laid down to give birth for you 4 times. I thought about that all day long, all day long. She just gave up her life to reproduce you. And now you're going to get slick out your mouth for her. So that afternoon when I met with the minister, God is my witness. From that day to this one, the minister never even mentioned that to me. But he watched to see how I was going to handle it. And I think, by the grace of God, I must have met his approval. He never said nothing, because I ain't opened my mouth no more Don't say nothing stupid like that.
Praise be to Allah.
Be to Allah.
Sister Maria says, what was your favorite memorable celebrity moment when they wanted to meet the minister?
Celebrity moment to me would be with Eddie Murphy. Eddie Murphy had bought Sheer home wine in California a long time ago with a revolve, but the roof revolve, right? I mean, it opens up. And to see how Eddie Murphy treated the minister. And you all bow down to those so-called celebrities when I watch them bow down to our man, Don Blues Farrakhan. And it just warms my heart to see how they bow to the majesty of the minister. And that's my favorite movie, Eddie Murphy, I would say.
Praise be to Allah. Excellent. Sister Javon says, great teaching. Thank you for sharing. Once again, you cannot say it. Share the link. The link is abdulsharrieff.com, abdulsharrieffmuhammad.com. Sister Javon. Mimi's, thank you. Thank you, Mimi, for Off the Record. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. And Sister Zaki Shabbat says, powerful wisdom and learning moments. Excellent. I just got a few more questions. My next question.
Oh, Jesus.
There's a few more. My next question is, how has grandchildren help change you and like your outlook on things?
Well, to see my future in front of me through my grandchildren, that's how I live. And I learned when the minister taught how you live forever. You live forever through your children, your grandchildren, your great-great-grandchildren. They keep living. And to see my grandchildren now, because I really was on the go during that time with y'all gotta forgive me. I was moving a lot, but the nation minister was moving. Now I don't move as much, and I get a chance to see my grandbabies. So it just lightened my heart to see them, and they run up and say, Papa, you know, and I just love that. Oh.
Okay.
But don't make me just.
All right, brother Zaki. Yes, sir, brother Zaki. I got you. One last question. That the Most High Minister was Farrakhan. Last Sunday, it was a deep Savior's Day Part 2, and he was speaking of being arrested. This maybe being his last Savior's Day for a while. Things like that. And I've heard you say that he was Jesus for a long time and the Messiah. You've been saying this for quite some time. But when I heard him say that, it was like, all right, this is real. What's going on? How did was that confirmation for you, and what do you feel as one of the people who have to speak on his behalf when you hear him say that?
Well, I already knew that this day was coming, and it's still come because when we was in Saudi Arabia, the minister sat down and told me a lot for the future, and now I'm getting a chance to witness it come forth. That's why I was like you said, I was saying it a long time ago, and still was saying, he is the Jesus in our midst. Now, when I hear him say that, of course, you know, you feel some kind of way. You don't want the minister to leave, but this is something he has to do. So, by me, I'm glad, you know, because I wonder, you know, when I was real close around him, I said to myself, how am I handle this when they come and get it? But now that I'm a little distant, the love's still that deep, but I don't think the shock of the hour will be that great on me. So I'm praying to Allah, you know, because I know he got to go through this. You know, nobody wants to have to go through this, but just something that God got ordained. So I'm praying to Allah that I be one of the ones that be able to handle it, to watch him go through it and be able to do whatever I need to do to help him.
Okay, excellent. We're going to leave on that note. Thank you all for watching Off the Record, the People's Podcast. Please like, subscribe, and share. And I got some great guests coming up this week. Make sure you all get the book, A Soldier in the Movement of Christ, at abdulsharrieffmuhammad.com. And thank you, Brother Dorsey. Thank you, Brother Zaki. Thank you, Sister Mimi. Thank you, everybody who's watching. And man, this week we got some great guests coming up as well. Assalamu alaikum.
Love you all. Assalamu alaikum.
Great job, man.